I want this game to survive and thrive. As someone who played in the beta and who has really enjoyed getting back into the game and relearning things on top of all of the new fighters added since they last regularly updated the game, the core gameplay and its loops are fine. It's everything surrounding it that I agree with most in saying is a huge problem. Forgive me for the banality of this video. Before getting to the meat, of course, there are some who do think there are problems with the gameplay. I won't batter you, the viewer, with my own platform fighter experience and why I think that this one is actually worth the time despite the horrendous monetization scheme. Instead, we'll just focus on comparing it to another game that has had similar numbers for years now to where it is currently, and while also freemium, is much kinder to the player. Compare the monetization of Brawlhalla to Multiversus. First of all, in Multiversus, it takes getting 5 characters to level 14, almost maxing them out, to be able to afford 1 new character in fighter currency. It takes getting 7 to level 15 to do so in premium currency. Allegedly, it takes around 35 to 50 hours to max out a character, by the way. That is obviously completely unsustainable for even a dedicated free-to-play who can only afford 2 characters to start. By the way, in Multiversus, giving toast to players also grants only 5 fighter currency. You also get a limited amount of toast. Even if you and a buddy are just sitting there and giving each other toast every single match, you'd need to get 600 toasts to earn a single character. Now, compare this to Brawlhalla. The fighter currency is gold. You get gold just from playing. A small amount, but enough each match that playing regularly will let you get characters with time. You also get gold from daily missions and leveling up characters. This allows free-to-plays to purchase characters much more easily and readily than in Multiversus. It also helps that older characters are less gold than those that are newer. It does suck that all newer characters after a certain point are 5,400 gold, but thankfully they haven't seemed to have raised that amount over the years, except for the newest character they introduced being 7,200. That amount also goes down to 5,400 by the time the next newest character rolls around. It still takes a long time and is very much in favor of players willing to shill out $20 to buy all of the characters, but... Oh, wait, yeah, you can also just buy all of the characters. I'm not telling you I think that Brawlhalla's system is great, but all of this is absolutely way kinder to the average consumer than Multiversus is to even dedicated players. Next is the Battle Pass. Similar to how you get gold by playing matches in Brawlhalla, you get Battle Pass XP from playing matches in Multiversus. Only 5 XP though. Each Battle Pass level requires thousands of XP to reach as early as level 20. It's also the only meaningful way outside of leveling up characters and getting toasts to get rewards like premium and fighter currency. Very occasionally. Both regular and premium Battle Passes are chock full of cosmetics and useless crap. The regular does not give you enough for next season's premium Battle Pass, or a character. Premium costs about $10 in premium currency and barely gives enough of said currency for the next season's premium Battle Pass. This is also just 50 short of a character, and 300 short of the newest, most expensive character, so choose wisely between premium seasons and more free cosmetics than you would get in the regular Battle Pass into perpetuity, or a character once. Side note, I found out I only have the premium Battle Pass for free because I played during beta. Thanks, I guess. Brawlhalla? Still not worth it in my opinion, but still better for the player. It only has free cosmetics in the regular, so there is no obligation or incentive to even complete it unless you really like the skins and stuff. Often a lot is early in the regular pass too. The premium also costs $10 and gives you enough premium for only 1 character, but because no gold rewards are tied to it, you can constantly earn for characters regardless of where you're at in either pass. Premium rewards for buying the premium pass, but the premium pass doesn't matter much when it comes to gold earned. Premium. How many times did I say premium? Finally, some small and miscellaneous stuff, but stuff I think is still worth mentioning. As mentioned in Brawlhalla, newer characters are usually a lot more gold at 7,200, and older characters are also cheaper. As said, this is true in Multiversus too, but in Multiversus, the newest character is double the free currency. They're also just above the $10 amount of premium currency, making it also harder even for people willing to pay to get the newest character. While harder for a free-to-play to get the newest character in both, the double free currency in Multiversus is just insane. Brawlhalla players benefit from double XP and gold events for various occasions too, making playing over some weekends or events more than double the rewards due to the combination of double match gold, double daily mission gold, and indirectly too by making leveling up characters easier. So far, Multiversus has some event stuff, but has not had any double XP or fighter currency event as far as I'm aware, and doesn't seem like it will anytime soon. In conclusion, I like both games. I personally gravitate towards Multiversus for a number of reasons, but I've played Brawlhalla much longer. I typically try to avoid these kinds of live service games that exploit a freemium model, but I like platform fighters. I want to see Multiversus retain a player base, but most people unfortunately will not stay just because the game itself is solid and fun. It's a fighting game. They tend to have difficulty with player retention beyond those really dedicated to it. Many will leave after the initial high player count, both because of the difficulty and immense amount to learn, and more importantly, if something isn't done about this freemium model. The game didn't even release with 5 experience points per match. And again, I don't play for the battle pass. I don't think anyone who is genuinely intrigued or liking the game does. But for a more general audience, many will see the game's battle pass and by extension the game for what it presents as, an unrewarding, greedy product. They won't care about how good of a platform fighter it is, the nuances. They will just be turned away because other games outwardly display that they are more worthy of their time. And it's hard to convince even my friends to give the game more of a shot beyond what we've already played when the game is so unwilling to justify itself to them. I don't think it's controversial to say that I think a game with this many recognizable IPs and with this amount of reach can do far better than it currently is. Oh, last thing. Don't come away from this video thinking the game sucks. Please try it, and, not for the battle pass. Also, don't come away from this video thinking I'm blaming the studio under Warner Brothers who made this game, Player First Games. As ironic as that name may seem, it seems pretty apparent, like with many games, these decisions come from the higher-ups and executives at Warner Brothers, not from Player First Games themselves. But if this somehow reaches anyone from Player First or Warner Brothers, you have to incentivize players more, guys. And you have to allow them an easier time to just unlock the characters to play the game at least. I know the game currently has mixed reviews anyways, but who knows, maybe as players we can review bomb the game, do something similar to Helldivers 2 and what is currently going on with Team Fortress 2. I leave y'all with a testimony from my friend about their experiences trying to get into this game.
I'm really not familiar with platform fighters at all. Like, I played Brawl, and then I played a little bit of Team NT Smash Up when I was a kid, but that's really about it. But when I heard Multiversus was dropping, I'd heard good things about the open beta, so I decided, it's free, there's no harm in trying it. So I ended up installing it, and for that entire first week, I was having the time of my life playing that game. It was a lot of fun. It felt like it was more casual while still having mechanical depth to everything I was doing. And it felt like I was actively learning things as I played it. And Seb can attest, I absolutely hate learning things in video games. It's really hard for me. But after a while, I started to notice things kind of stagnated. I eventually got 2 characters, because that's all the fire currency they give you. And I thought, oh, I'll just, save up and get another one pretty soon. And I noticed I wasn't getting anything. It was just treading water for so long. And the game itself was pretty fun. But there was no, new things for me to try because I'd already spent all of my fighter currency. And it just felt, right after that is when people started noticing that, oh yeah, you have to pay for extra lives on harder difficulties. And between that and how much they try to shove monetization down your throat, it made me genuinely feel kind of stupid. It made me feel dumb that I'd kind of fallen for this trick of, oh, it's a free-to-play game. Oh, you can earn things without having to pay. And then it seems like that's only a select few tiny little crumbs here and there that you might get maybe. And in hindsight, it's maybe a lot more wary of this kind of thing, because after that happened, I just uninstalled the game. I felt so bad about the fact that I'd been so thoroughly gypped by a promise like that. And it's a shame. It's a real shame, because I think that was actually getting me to want to play more platform fighters. And experience this new kind of thing I hadn't played before. Because I'm constantly going to feel like there's going to be a curtain that's going to be pulled back, and I'm going to realize I'm out of my depth, and if I try to get out of that depth, I'm going to pay for it, literally. It's not a good feeling.